Hello everyone, my name is Blackwatch and welcome to another episode of my Siege lore series, and in today's episode we're looking at the Operation Command and Force Battle Pass lore entries. We didn't get any of these at the start of Operation Solar Raid, but we did get them midway through, and on this occasion we got them right at the start of the season. So we're starting off with VIPERSTRIKE Tech, weapon skin for Azami, Kapkan and Tachanka, and it is, I was promised vengeance, when the time comes I won't hesitate to take the shot. It's a quote from Azami. Like a lot of these entries tend to be, it's quite self-explanatory when it comes to what details it's actually providing to us. It's nothing particularly like complex or, you know, hidden in its nature. It's very upfront. I mean, when she arrived onto the scene, it was entirely driven by the fact that her mentor had been killed and she wanted revenge, and it's just calling back to that, especially now that the story's taken a bit of a turn for the dark side. Not in Star Wars terms, but you know, close enough with some masked villains on the opposite side, but we're obviously getting into territory that is a bit darker than what we're used to with the Siege storytelling, and vengeance is going to be a key focal point, especially now that Harry has also been dusted by some sneaky individuals. On to Cartridge Prototype. This is a charm, and it has a quote from Jaeger. Mira pretends she's tired of seeing me in the workshop, yet she keeps asking me to review these prototypes. I think she misses the camaraderie. This is something that's going to be alluded to in other entries, and that's challenging what we've seen as the status quo of Mira being an off-duty, essentially. She spends all of her time in the lab, not actually going out on missions. It looks like in this battle pass in particular they are trying to get her to actually come out and be an active member of the team again. So you'll see another quote later on down the line. But again, these entries, they're more of a vector into seeing how the ops actually interact with each other, how they talk, how they see each other. And you tend to get more of an insight from that than any explicit things are actually mentioned. So here's another one of those. Next one, legendary animated skin for Hibana, recharging adder. Deimos made it personal when he hurt Seamus. Hibana, let's put this fucker in the ground. I'll be waiting for your signal, says Maestro. I've seen mention of their relationship before in Maestro's psychological profile, where it talks about how he's close enough to Seamus that they've actually, you know, he's been invited to see the family. And I don't know if that's a relationship or just a good friendship, but I don't know, there could be something there. I'm just saying, keep your eyes out, you never know, there may be something more to these. I mean, this is definitely hinting at that, but it's not a clear-cut absolute confirmation, so we'll have to wait and see on that one. But keep your eyes open, that's all I'm saying. And again, it's reminded us, thankfully, Sledge is not dead, but he did get Zbig Boo Boo during that mission. Origami Snake, rare charm, quote from Hibana here. The VIPERSTRIKE is fast and deadly, admirable qualities. Again, going into little details. In this case, the name of the squad. Fast and deadly, VIPERSTRIKE. VIPERSTRIKE, the squad. It all adds together. VIPERSTRIKE Tech, Capita quote here. Hibana pushed for this operation. Without her, we wouldn't have been on that plane, and the money would still be in Deimos' hands. So, as far as all are concerned, really, the mission was a success, even though 2 people nearly died and the bad guy got away. He still threw a load of money out the back of a plane, hopefully into the hands of some needy people below, but also hopefully not into the heads, shoulders, knees and toes of the people below, because those are some fucking big crates falling at great speeds, so you never know. Maybe they just air-bombed the village, but maybe they didn't. Hopefully not. VIPERSTRIKE Standard, this very nice looking uniform for Hibana, and the quote is from Hibana herself. Gear for any opportunity, ground, air or sea. Wherever Deimos surfaces next, we'll be ready. Lots of mention of Deimos in these quotes, and I like it. They're really trying to build this guy up to be a really imposing villain for the squad. Ultimately the only named villain we've had for the squad up to now, unless you count Nighthaven, which I know a lot of people will find controversial. so I will not count 98 in this particular context. But yeah, it's good to see. I like it. Keep on hyping this guy up because he looks like a badass. Just make sure it doesn't turn into some Last Jedi into Rise of Skywalker situation in terms of masked villains, because, oh boy, went down a hill. I'm sure this won't though. I've got a good feeling about this one. Commanding Force has been really good so far. VIPERSTRIKE standard headgear this time. Another absolute banger of a cosmetic. Very, very nice headgear. And it's for Hibana. And it's a quote from Brava, the newest operator. Hibana is a leader who focuses on what can be done and not on who to blame. How does she stay so calm with everything going on? Good question, Brava. I don't have an adequate answer for you, especially considering her boyfriend ditched her for a different team. Absolutely shocking behaviour. Still not going to get over that. Pulse, you big bastard. Do love you a little bit though. But aye, Hibana's a leader who focuses on what can be done and not on who to blame. And that's exactly what VIPERSTRIKE would be looking for in their leader, and that's exactly what they got. Someone who's got their head screwed on correctly and knows how to deal with stressful situations in the most positive way possible. Get the best solution at the best time as best as you can. That's what you get from Hibana. Another VIPERSTRIKE standard. Uniform this time for Mira. Different colour, same outfit. Some variables are better left alone to make space for what needs to change. That's a quote from Mira. That hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It's just the same outfit with a different colour. And that is that, pretty much. No need to perfect what she's already perfected. That big, very Cybertrucky looking chest plate that she's had since before the Cybertruck was a thing. I think Elon Musk has been taking inspiration from Velvet Shell, clearly. VIPERSTRIKE standard headgear for Mira. And a quote from Hibana. This is the one that I was alluding to earlier on the charm. It's time to get out of the lab, Mira. The squad needs you. I need you. That's nice. That's very nice. And they do need her, because they're going to need everything they can get to take out this masky bastard. And I'm sure they will, but still got to make it happen. And it would be nice to see Mira in a CGI where she's not just sitting at a desk fiddling with stuff, and she's actually out there fiddling with the grey matter of her enemies that she has spread all over the walls. Although I don't think she would do that, because it's incredibly unsanitary and just a bit gross and unpleasant, and probably a war crime of some form or another. So, recharging adder attachment skin for Hibana. Breathe in, breathe out, focus on the target. Good advice. Hopefully not necessary for her teammates, considering they're supposed to be the top end of the military spectrum. But you never know, some people need a refresher every now and again. Even the best golfers have got golf coaches, you know what I mean? Don't know why I went with golfers there. I don't even play golf at the moment. Anyway, VIPERSTRIKE standard uniform for Azami. Yahata told me he didn't want to be seen as a snake. Ironic that I'd become one to avenge his death. Azami taking a very literal approach to the name of the squad. But yeah, again, alluding to her biggest character motivation to get vengeance for her slain leader. Or not leader, Christ. Mentor. And also alluding to... that was some voice break there. Also alluding to the name of the squad itself. I like the way that they're theming these squads. Or not theming... themed. That doesn't work in the phrasing of the sentence. I'm sorry, I'm starting to lose it now, as I usually do. But yeah, the way that they've built the squads around these images, and the way that they're really making it work and making the teams feel cohesive in that image, it's nice. Because it works in terms of the way that they actually function as a unit, but having it function aesthetically and thematically in terms of storytelling the same way is quite a nice little detail that I'm enjoying. They're definitely making a point of carrying those themes through everything that's basically happening around those operators at the time. VIPERSTRIKE standard headgear for Azami. And a quote from Brava. If we're going to take him down, we should do it by the book. This is not the time for vigilante justice, Azami. I like this. This is new. This is someone directly addressing someone, so I don't know if they're treating this as someone having a quote pulled out of a conversation. If that is the case, I'd kind of like to see in the future some quotes in response to what is being said. Almost like you can follow the conversation through the stories that are taking place inside the lore entries. But I do like that. I think it's nice to see them not only alluding to conversations that they've had with other operators, but actually getting to just take a peek into those conversations themselves, especially about something like this, because she's addressing a flaw that obviously they've identified with Izami, in that she may well end up doing something that she shouldn't be doing just now. Although there are questions about that. I mean, Brava had the opportunity to take the shot against Deimos, but also would have been taking the proverbial shot at Capitao by launching him out of a fucking plane. So glad that that didn't happen, but you never know. I think that the moral is probably going to end up landing on the side of shoot the guy rather than take him in. But I understand that she made that decision in the anime, and they've carried that moral through to this. So fair enough, keep it consistent. And that's actually the last one. I didn't realise it was the last one. How long have we gone? Oh Christ, nearly 12 minutes. Oh well, hope you enjoyed this one anyway, guys. Been talking for a little while, and I will see you in the next one. Do побачення. I hope you're having a good Operation Command and Force. I'm enjoying it a lot. It's really good. Can't wait for Mousetrap to come in, get rid of those scumbags. Do побачення once more. Bye bye.